They are dangerous drugs that can kill, but Michigan law prevents you from suing the companies that make them.
Did you know every other state in the union gives you your day in court, but Michigan doesn't? Now, who made this law? Who's trying to change it? Tonight, our Action News investigative reporter Ray Saya has some answers for us, Ray.
Stephen, are Michigan lawmakers protecting you, or are they protecting big drug companies? In Michigan, the facts show lawmakers are giving all the love to the big, wealthy drug companies, even when they slip up and make drugs that can kill you. Just hearing the word Vioxx is enough to make Leslie Richter sick.
Makes my heart drop.
That's because she's convinced the arthritis medication killed her husband, Richard.
You believe Vioxx killed your husband?
Yes, I do believe that.
I suffered a stroke to my brainstem.
Dr. David Cox says he was in perfect health before he took Vioxx.
I had a thriving practice.
But it all came to a screeching halt 3 years ago when he says Vioxx nearly killed him.
You know, I'm fortunate to be alive.
But neither Dr. Cox nor Leslie Richter can sue the company that makes Vioxx. Why? Because Michigan is the only state in the country, the only state, where lawmakers have taken that right away from you.
We have no recourse.
And when Action News asked them why
not just let them sue like every other state? Why not give the citizens in Michigan the right that every other citizen in this country has?
All lawmakers keep saying is they're discussing it.
Again, we're weighing the options that we have right now.
Who took away your right to sue drug companies? Governor John Engler led the charge. 10 years ago, Engler gave drug companies exactly what they wanted. A law that prohibits you from suing pharmaceutical companies over medication approved by the Food and Drug Administration. Even drugs pulled from store shelves like Vioxx. In fact, Michigan is the only state that lets drug companies off the hook.
49 other states allow suits.
State Representative Ed Gaffney is among several legislators pushing for laws to allow you to sue drug companies.
I just think it makes common sense to me to allow this.
Though Gaffney's bill has bipartisan support, it has never been put to a vote.
There seem to be lobbying by the drug companies that are holding it up right now.
And who's listening to these lobbyists? State Representative Craig DeRoche. He heads the committee where Gaffney's bill has lingered for months. He claims repealing the law will only make lawyers rich and scare off drug companies that create jobs in Michigan.
In every other state, citizens can sue. In Michigan, they can't.
Again, in Michigan, what we're trying to do is evaluate.
While lawmakers at Lansing continue to evaluate what every other state has already evaluated, outside of Michigan, multi-million-dollar jury verdicts are being awarded to victims of Vioxx and other dangerous drugs. In Toledo, you can sue. Just 20 miles north in Monroe, Michigan, you can't.
Why not put this out on a vote? Put it on the floor, let the lawmakers vote on it. That hasn't even happened.
Well, the lawmakers, I think, are doing a very good job because they're going through a process, they're having hearings.
But not a single hearing has been held on Representative Ed Gaffney's bill introduced last year.
The system is not working the way it should be.
Dr. Jesse Vivian is a pharmacist and professor at Wayne State University. He says oftentimes lawsuits have revealed dangerous information about drugs. Even the Food and Drug Administration never knew.
This tort system of suing the manufacturers is one way to assure that there's the patient's safety.
Just this week, Congress issued a report criticizing the FDA for failing to detect dangers with drugs.
I don't have the physical strength that I had.
Dr. Cox and Leslie Richter are convinced they are victims of a dangerous drug.
There is absolutely no doubt.
Now they say they are victimized again by a law that protects drug companies but strips them of their rights.
It's not going to bring my husband back, but we should be able to prove if we've been hurt.
So where's Governor Engler today, the man who led the charge for this law? He's become a very rich man heading one of the nation's most powerful big business lobby groups, and it's no surprise he still doesn't want you to have the right to sue. And at least for the time being, he's going to get his way because lawmakers are not expected to vote on the bill until after November. And Steve and Diana, remember, it's an election year, and some of your lawmakers might not want to upset some of those lobbyists
Yeah, we'll see
before
what
Election Day. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Ray.
All right.
And we'll be right back.
Here we go.